What's up, guys? Justin here, aka M Hero 25. So I'm back from Bemidji, Minnesota, where there was a box tournament, and me and my friends decided to go and just try out. I'm not going to nationals, but I wanted to have some fun, test out this deck idea that I came in second place with. I honestly did not expect that to happen. I thought I was just gonna scrub out pretty fast, but honestly, the plays were natural. And it just kept on getting me more advantage. If anything, this deck I predict will only get better with the new support from the next set in July or August, like the one that's when we get MEKK-KNIGHT Morningstar finally. It's gonna get so much better. The consistency will shoot up, no doubt. So I just wanted to share this deck profile and maybe inspire somebody to try and pick us up. Maybe this could be competitive in Nats, who knows? But I just wanted to share it with you. So if you saw my last deck profile, this is more of an update than anything else. So let's get to it. So we ran three Nightfalls. This is great for the newest spell card that came out in the special edition, which is perfect because the ideal way is to get Nightfall on your opponent's turn, run away, and add a card for your turn, most likely blue sky, whatever you need, and then just special summon it out. But anyway, and if not, it's still like a great way to search your deck out. It's a good level 8, and it does work. Then we're running 3 MEKK-KNIGHT Blue Sky. I found out in this version of the deck, I actually didn't like it too much. Like, MEKK-KNIGHT Blue Sky is so. It just, if you are already ahead from your opponent, or like if you're going first, you don't get any pluses off of this card. But it's still good to have it, because if you're going second, this is great. Like Purple Nightfall's already proven its worth. This one still has it's better. It's far more optimal going second. So yeah, and then we're running 3 MEKK-KNIGHT Avram. You need your vanillas because you're running Rescue Rabbit in this build, and you can honestly just normal summon this out to get into your Link Spider, and when Morningstar comes out, you can use this really easily with any other card just to get it out. Moving on to our other 2s, we're doing 2 Yellow Star, because in this format, backer is more of a problem for this deck, and just being able to answer it at any given time is good, especially with memories. You can just special summon any column and pop whatever card you need, and it's really useful. And then you have your Eclipse to kind of move your pieces around, so you can move Yellow Star around, or you can move your 1 Red Moon around to pop whatever selective cards you need. And with the trap card, with the trap card in the deck, the secrets, you can move this out and make it a walking, talking, Phoenix Chain. Next up, we ran 3 Phantom Sky Blaster. I decided I was on the fence to deciding if I wanted to run this or not. I ended up doing so, and actually kind of ended up making me lose some games, because there was like way too many tokens that I couldn't do anything with. So yeah, iffy sorta. But still a good card. I really highly recommend it for right now, just until we get other cards we need for the deck. But still good. And then we're running 2 Rescue Rabbits. And it's Rescue Rabbit. It banishes, get 2 Avrams out of the field, and just link up. So it's really good. That's all for the monsters. I didn't run any hand traps. I didn't think they were necessary. No Ashes, no Ghost Ogres, no Droll and Lockbirds, no Veilers, no Bells, nothing. Because you need your monsters to be reactive in this deck, and you just don't want to sit on them. So that was my theory, my takeaway, and I did pretty well with that. Onto my spells. So I ran a different engine, and this one worked really well. It actually got my opponent off guard, where their playstyles changed instantaneously in 1 turn. So then I ran 3 Sky Striker Hornet Drones. This card is so good. Not only does it get you set up with your columns if you have MEKK-KNIGHTs, but also you can use this to gain advantage off your opponent. Gain advantage without your opponent interacting with you at all. So it makes the MEKK-KNIGHT deck a lot better. And also with the Fire one, you can easily get this back and start linking up to more plays if you need to. And like I've been mentioning so far in the video, we're also running 3 World Legacy Memories. It's really good, and You know, if you can get your hands on it, it's amazing. It does work. It's great for MEKK-KNIGHTs. And then we're running 2 World Legacy Scars. Now, I've put this on the MEKK-KNIGHT Facebook group I'm on, and a lot of them are telling me, like, don't run it, it's not good. I would actually have to disagree. Like, I didn't run it because, like, I needed the boost, but it did come in handy to get me games. And, well, like, sometimes I just got dead cards out of my hand, or, like, cards I couldn't use. And overall, like, I'm not running, and it's not the main focus of the deck. It's like, if I have it, I have it. If I don't, I don't. It's not a big deal. So that's just my theory on that. And I'm only running 2 Called by the Grave. This is more of like a choice I had to make because I couldn't find my third one, and it came up relevantly enough where like two was enough. But I really wish I had a third throughout the tournament. But it was okay. Whenever it came up, it came up. And then onto my one-ofs. I decided to run 1 Engage because I had one. Like, I pulled this out of my Dark Saviors box, and this, you know, it when it comes up really clutch. If you still have 1 Hornet in your deck, and you're full with spell cards, you can easily get a +1 off this card for free, and it's so good. Then we're running 1 Red Geki, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Monster Reborn, and 1 Soul Charge. Soul Charge was the only card I was kind of iffy about, but I was able to extend my plays to a really good point with this one during one of my plays. Get 3 monsters back, get Soyuja set up, and then my opponent just kind of like, he was confused by my play and how minus I did, but with all my back row set, I actually was able to like come back with full force. So that was pretty good. My traps now only ran 6, 3 Compulse, and 3 World Legacy Secrets. Like I've been saying, Secrets is great. It does a lot of work, and I've been teching in Compulses just because it's Compulse. It gets rid of cards that can be destroyed by card effects. So this is really good because for Gokis, you don't want them in the grave. You just want them like off the field. So it's good, and you know, it's handy, especially like in damage step. Another card I've been kind of toying with in my with an idea is running Phoenix Chain again, because Phoenix Chain is really good, and it still remains on the field if the monster leaves, so like you'll still set up your column, and that used to be a problem, but nowadays it's like that's needed. Like you want something there where you can always set it up. So that's just my opinion. Off to my extra deck. It's a little messy right now, so give me 1 sec. So we're running 2 Link Spiders. I'm gonna find the second one. Didn't really, sorry if it's off focus. Never really used them too often. It just never came up, and I wish it did more, but you know, I just thought like, oh yeah, if I use this card, I'll be able to link more with my tokens and my other stuff, but this actually came in confliction with my next card, which is 2 Kagari. See, the problem with this, with Link Spider and Kagari, is that Kagari, since it points away from you, you can't really link it away, and most of the time, all my extra deck cards required monsters that had to be effect monsters, so it slowed me down quite a bit on that aspect, but I made do with it. And then I also checked in 1 Nightmare Mermaid. If you saw from my last deck profile, I ran 2, and that was for this combo I saw, and I thought it was really cool and it was really fun, and it was. I just realized if I wanted to play in this tournament, I need to not do that because it was not optimal. It was pretty subpar, and you know, I had to deal with what I had. So yeah, and came in clutch in one of my duels. And then we're running 1 Cerberus, 1 Phoenix, you know, pop spells, special summon monsters. It's really good. Comes in handy. And then we're running 1 Underclock Taker. This is all I could think of. I honestly wish I had run the other generic Link 2 monster, because it would have been more useful to, you know, move some of my tokens. Because like in one of my uploads, I'll be in one of my duel videos that I'll upload. Yeah, you should have seen it. Was the cloggiest board, and I could have done so much more if I had more space, but whatever. Onto my Link 3s now. We're doing 1 Topological Bomber, Topological Trisbania. Came in clutch, was very useful. Well, didn't come in useful, but it kept my opponent at bay for me to like kind of do damage, but I still lost that match. But it was a way to keep me alive. Triple Burst Dragon. This one was really good. I was expecting maybe to run into Sky Strikers, like a pure Sky Strikers. Never ran into it, but did help with the Goki matchup because it's like destroy, they can't search. It was really good. Deco Talker, it's Deco Talker. Why wouldn't you run it right now? It's just probably one of the best generic-ish link monsters. It's only three. It's only two effect monsters, but if it was just two early monsters in general, I'd be happier. And then I decided to tech in one MEKK-KNIGHT Spectrum Supreme. This card is, I thought it was subpar, but it actually helped me win a game because with this 3,000 body plus more, I could do so much more damage, and it came in handy when it came in handy. I'm glad I kept it in. On to my link fours, I did one Saryuja Skull Dread, one Borlo Dragon, and one Topological Bomber Dragon, which I never saw. I never used it. I wish I had. If anything, I really wish I had. If I could change one thing, I really wish I put in like Firewall Dragon or like a very generic Link monster. That's why I'm saying that Link 2, the one that's from the newest set. But if either one of those were in, I could have expanded my boards a lot better. But yeah, that's it for the main deck, and honestly, it worked really well. It was fun. It was awesome. I was making plays that my opponents weren't ready for. A lot of times, like, they saw Compulse and they were just shocked and surprised that I was running such an old school card. And I even went against one of the guys, against the guy's decks who inspired this, and I actually beat it. I was super stoked, and I was able to do it just because of my Hornets. So that's it for the main deck profile. If you want to stop here, that's great. I'm going into my side deck. This is all choices. This is all up to you if you want to listen to it or not. So I ran 3 Joel and Lockbird. Of course, you need to do that to stop the the crazy plays. Then I ran a Kaiju engine, which I actually never set it into, so I only ran 1 Dogoron, 1 Sticky String, and 2 Gamma Seal, and 1 Interrupt the Kaiju Slumber. The reason I ran Dogoron and Sticky String is because I didn't have my 30. I've never had the 33 beaters, so I was like, oh, I'll just do with what I have. And it's the same. It's not the same thing, but it's something. I decided to run 1 World Legacy Succession, which I never used, but I thought it was a fun idea. And also I couldn't think of a good one-off card, so I just threw that in there. 3D Barrier, which I never used, but I was glad I had it just in case. And then 3 of the most cited card of the day was Red Reboot, because you don't want to get Impertinence, you don't want to get evenly matched, you don't want to get tricks, you don't want to get Reincarnation when you don't need to, and because I did Reincarnation at a key point, I was able to win a game. So yeah, that's the deck profile, that's the update, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I thoroughly enjoyed the event I was at. This deck did amazingly well. I didn't even think I would make it even the top cut out of 16 players. It's not a lot, but it's just it's a big deal for me and this idea of my deck. I topped my locals. I got first place at my locals, and then I got second place at a winner box. That's impressive to me. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is Justin, aka MHero25, signing out. Peace.